Okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce week 8 to you, which is just, we're focusing on assessment and review. It's February the 25th through March the 3rd. You're going to want to review pages 146 to 179. There's no new learning objectives for this week, but this week you're going to be assessed on your ability to describe your daily routine and habits, as well as how to express your personal care needs. You will also be assessed on your ability to compare objects and people, as well as your ability to describe people or things that use using superlatives. You're going to be assessed on your ability to use the present progressive to discuss that which is happening at the moment. All of this week's assignments are due on the 28th. There's no instructor videos to watch, but I still want you to open up your class participation form, click on the thread, and post any questions or concerns related to material that's been covered in class or anything that's been covered in class prior to this week. And if you have no questions or concerns, then still let me know that you have no questions or concerns. We are also going to take test 3 on chapter 5. Okay, so we will be taking test 3 in class on Thursday. Oh, that should have been changed. Thursday the 28th. Sorry about that. Let me pull that back up. Wrong one. Okay, sorry about that. So the first part is los artículos personales. What objects do you typically use to get ready in the morning? You're going to label each of the numbered items. Okay, so you have item 1, and you want to include the definite article, el or la, in your answer. Then las rutinas, what items do these people use in the morning? Complete each sentence with an appropriate word from the word bank. So there's your word bank, and there's a sentence that basically describes the items in the word bank. Pick the word and plug it into the sentence. Here, a prepararse, can you identify the following parts of your daily routine? Look carefully at each picture, then select the phrase that best describes it. So you're not conjugating this, it's just basically still vocabulary. It's just you learn some verbs, some reflexive verbs, so you're just picking which of these words describes this scenario, okay? And you're going to do that for all of these. Then when you go down here, we have a listening section. I'm going to read to you about the morning routine of La Familia Chavez, and then you're going to see some various statements about them below. You're going to decide whether the statements are true or false based upon what you hear me read. Then we're looking at los verbos reflexivos. So you're going to complete the sentence with a logical reflexive verb, and you're going to conjugate it when appropriate. Okay. Lo máximo, choose the word that best completes each superlative statement. So you're writing a superlative and you're just deciding which of these words would best complete that superlative statement. And then, ¿qué están haciendo? Here we're dealing with the present progressive. You're going to take the verbs that are in parentheses and then form the present progressive with them. Okay. Here, que desordenado. Dora and Carla have been neglecting their chores for a couple of weeks and they need to clean their apartment. Complete the conversation with the correct form of the logical verbs from the word bank. So you're just going to take the words from the word bank, plug them in, and conjugate them when needed be. And here, lastly, formar, I think this is last, no, one more after this, sorry. Formar el tiempo progresivo, you're going to pick the words from the word bank that would make the most sense in each of these sentences and then conjugate them into the present progressive. And then down here, los quehaceres y los accesorios. This is vocabulary again. You're just going to pick a word from the word bank to complete each of the sentences below. And then you've got donde vivir. Read the descriptions of 3 houses for rent in Costa Rica. Then based on the information provided, write the words that best complete each comparative sentence. So you're going to look at this information and then you're creating a comparative based upon the information that you see in this block. And that's everything that you have to do for that test. You also have oral dialogue. You already created the script last week. Since I'm making the video in advance, the workshop is a week above. But the workshop will be placed below, and when it is, you're going to open it up and you're going to provide feedback to a fellow classmate, as well as I will give you feedback.